partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time, but let you act like you gon' ever hurt or injure mine. He have your woman, and that's by dinner time. I keep my eyes on glory till the devil get behind. Now bear in mind the devil made me offers I decline. We not aligned, not combined, I am not confined to any wicked system that these demons have designed. They frame a mind and have you salty as a bacon rind. I'm trying to mastermind how to help out humankind. I'm open mind, but I do not walk with none aligned. My state of mind is to keep a peace for peace of mind. Unlike Malcolm with my peace at the Venetian blinds. I'm trying to manifest some things in my subconscious mind that I have only seen in dreams in my unconscious mind. My dreams unrefined, spring to mind, a state of mind that make you seem this lucky life of mine is predestined.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Which of these 0-3 teams will visit the win column for the first time? We'll see. We're underway here in Week 4. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Carr. And this goes out wide for Drake. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
From the 44, Carr. And that'll be checked down to Drake.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Vision and speed, two of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me, with enough touches, he could easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
Now a play fake. Carr. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And a big part of Justin Herbert's success as a rookie was having a guy like Keenan Allen to throw to. Allen's averaged over 100 catches a year the last 4 years. No matter who's throwing it, they can count on him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, on their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off.
2nd and 5 now. Herbert being chased out left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
On the option, here's Drake. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
No tight end had more catches in 2020 than Darren Waller with 107. The 3rd most by a tight end in history. Maybe we should just take the label off and call him an outstanding receiver.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Play action. Now it's Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Carr. outside, going to be caught by Waller. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Here's Jacobs. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Throwing now is Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up second and a yard at the 48-yard line.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now Sanders. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards.
I need to get my swag right there.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Raiders 14, Chargers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Carr going to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. The final shot here before half for Carr. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the 2nd half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this 2nd half, and they trail as we get back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they trail here to begin the 2nd half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the 1st half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Well, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the 45 on second down, Herbert looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43.
And Mike Williams was a 1,000-yard receiver in 2019 and had to battle through some bumps and bruises in 2020. He's known for his big plays downfield, but he also can make the dependable catch as well.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the Raiders' 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And Cook has it left side. And he's taken down inside the 30. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
He'll buy some time right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Dancing to his left. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Williams. And the Chargers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Again, Herbert steps away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Next to score, Raiders 14, Chargers 7. Dustin Hopkins.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure,
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, it's Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. On play action, it's Carr.
He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 37. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Cook. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Herbert off of play action, rolling to his right. He finds his target, Allen. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's Sanders.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Here's Herbert. Steps away to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And this one too low.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd down and goal. Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now it's Herbert. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 56 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a play fake. Carr. That's into the hands of Edwards. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Caught by Allen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Herbert's throw into the hands of his receiver, Guyton. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Jalen Guyton was undrafted out of North Texas, but he's carved out a nice little role with this offense, especially when he runs routes like that and makes catches.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over here up near the 40. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
He gets it complete to Jackson. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Carr going to look to throw. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Second and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
The Charger drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is, in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Las Vegas, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.